Like, that was 2 weeks ago.
YouTube, welcome to episode 109 of the Heart of a Family. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. We were talking about Trump and Powell being pals.
Yeah. How he said on Monday he made a post. He was gonna fire him. Then a dip in the stock market. Then today he said he has no intentions on firing him. And then there was a little surge in the stock market.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep, and he been making attacks against Jerome Powell.
Well, we'll see how this week finishes. See if we
Yep,
dip back down or continue to dip back down.
yep. But I'm like, why is he? I guess I was gonna say, why is he posting the stuff? He know it's affecting the markets.
But what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is it's going where it got to go regardless. The news make it get there faster.
I know media and social media does. It spreads like wildfire. One post can go viral and then it'll put it frenzy.
Mhm. But since nobody on, we just gonna react to a video.
Okay.
Pick a random video. Put the
Get in
speed
the
up,
bed.
1.25 speed.
Oh, Ezel, you need to pull up one day this week the stuff that's going on with Shannon Sharp so we can talk about it.
I saw that today. I haven't even listened to the whole video.
Look at the initial videos and then look at the text messages that his attorney released.
Well, before I even dive into the whatever, I just think it's funny how they were talking about like $100+ million deal, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, he getting accused of something.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, but look at it. That's why even when I don't know, it's just I have issues with that probably because I have a son. It's so easily for a female to say certain things were done. Sometimes it may be true, but
Hmm.
there's times when it is not. And I think these women need to pay for putting these false claims and allegations against these men when they're not true.
Yeah.
But look at the text messages and read them, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Because he
Hmm.
had his attorney release a good portion of text messages between the two of them. Yep,
They don't want him to have all that money.
yep. But I'm just like, at a certain point, I'm like, the men got to pick up on that from these women, though. So, but anyway, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Uh,
First of all, I'm gonna tell you right now, this already seemed like it's fixing to be some crazy.
Where do you can you see yourself on the screen?
No,
What about now?
uh-uh. I can see you.
What about now?
Nope.
Now?
Mm-mm. What, I'm supposed to see myself?
Yeah, you don't see your face on the
What?
screen?
Oh,
Huh.
I see you and I see the paused video.
Huh. All right. Oh. Walmart
Okay.
employee two and follows another coworker home, then another in front of her mother. Jesus.
Sat with my lifeless daughter body on that floor for over 30 minutes, almost about 40 minutes. I sat there. I'm in shock right now. My mind is all over the place because I literally witnessed my child being murdered in front of me, in front of my eyes.
This is the story of Akilah Clark, aged 19, a Walmart employee who was shot and killed by her co-worker after he forced his way into her house in the middle of the night.
Police say a man opened fire at a Walmart in Covington, then went to a nearby neighborhood and shot a woman to death. Atlanta News First Joshua Skinner is live off of Emerson Trail.
What? When this
So
happened?
he went to her establishment, her place of work,
So this was a
shot,
boyfriend, ex-boyfriend?
I guess. This happened 8
So
days
this
ago.
is where things ended, Joshua, and you actually got a chance to speak with one of the victim's moms.
He shot her right in the presence of her mother before fleeing. Unfortunately, her co-worker, 24-year-old Dwayne Edu, had fatally shot some people back at Walmart where they worked, before he tracked her home and fatally shot Akilah too.
Police say, just before 2 a.m., a Walmart employee walked out of the store, got a gun, then came back into the store and shot an employee. And then on the way out of the store, he shot a second employee.
What could
Wait, what did it say?
He said he worked, I'm assuming he worked at Walmart, went outside, I guess to his car, got a gun, went in the store, shot an employee, and then on his way out, he shot another employee. First of all, where is security?
Atlas, where y'all at? Whatever their security name is. Or Signal, whatever. Where y'all at?
Where is security?
I saw a video the other day. They had an old lady at Burlington at the door, and they gave her like a bulletproof vest, and it was like 4 sizes too big for her.
First of all, she didn't even need to be at the door being that old. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
That's
I wonder
just,
what's the thought process? Okay, so if people steal from Walmart and they continue to steal, why are we putting old folks at the door?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna let you walk out.
Yeah, you should.
I'm not getting in no fight. I'm not getting in no tussle. You can leave.
Because last time I checked, Sam Walton bought all that stuff, so let him replace it.
You can leave. I didn't get hired to lose my life. So
Mm-hmm.
And shot an employee. And then on the way out of the store, he shot a second employee.
What could have led to the shooting of this beautiful lady along with her other 2 co-workers? Was it a case of bad love triangle, pure jealousy, or just a deranged co-worker who had the need to shoot people? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and
Shout
hit
out
the like
Twisted
button for
Crimes.
Had left the store, went out, retrieved a weapon, came back in, and located a certain individual inside Walmart that's an employee, and shot that gentleman. On the way out, he located another individual that's an employee and shot him. The perpetrator
So he shot
left the
dudes.
scene, went to a neighborhood,
two.
located another individual that was an employee at Walmart, and shot her.
This story takes us to Covington, Georgia. Covington is a city in the U.S. state of Georgia and the seat of Newton County, and is part of the Atlanta metropolitan area. Covington, Georgia is considered a relatively safe city in the state, ranking as the 38th safest city in Georgia. While Covington has a lower crime rate than many other cities in Georgia and the U.S., it's still important to be aware of the potential risks and take necessary precautions. Akilah Clark, aged 19, was a very beautiful young lady who had everything going for her.
Why do they choose to use pictures like this?
And matured young lady. She
I
loved to dance and was
don't
also very
know.
playful with all the members of her family and her close friends. Very close to her mother. Age did. She went to school, graduated, went to prom and all those.
I just hate how the media portrays other races when stuff happens.
Yeah,
Type of things.
they should have focused on that.
In Spanish, graduated is.
See how it was that short on her graduating and stuff.
What was this award for? I'm sorry. Huh? Oh, viewer's choice. Oh my God, y'all.
She was funny and was kind of silly on social media where she made some of her followers laugh to her videos. After finishing high school, she decided to work briefly at Walmart pending her pursuing her goal in life. When she started work, she got close to her coworkers and everyone.
But are they gonna talk? Are they gonna show the other boys?
Mm.
She was always punctual, hardworking, and always at work, be it sunshine, rainy or snowy days. Not too long before this incident, Akilah lost her baby sister. This loss really did rock
Aw.
her world a lot. She went months posting her sister back to back, talking about how she miss her a lot.
That's sad.
One of her caption reads, "Long live the realist on my team. My pretty girl, it's going on 3 months without you, 3 months since I last slept next to you, 3 months since I last heard your voice, your laugh. I can write a book about you." Girl, but two
Can
on
we get
not
to the
enough.
details?
On April 11th, 2025, a terrifying encounter was only one chapter in a deadly rampage that unfolded first at Akilah's workplace, a nearby Walmart, and then arrived directly at her own family's front door. Her co-worker, a young 24-year-old man named Dwayne Edu, was a few hours into their overnight shifts in an otherwise empty store when the horror broke out. Dwayne got into something with other co-workers and he got angry. He left work to go retrieve his gun, then came back to work where he opened fire on 2 other co-workers. Newton deputies who were called to the store discovered the 2 victims. Caliph Barksdale, age 21, of Conyers, died at the scene, and the other Walmart employee was
Wow.
rushed to a hospital, where officials said he is stable. Right after shooting those 2, Dwayne then left the store and forced his way into Akilah's home about 2 miles away on Emerson Trail. He did not talk to anyone but searched for Akilah only. He shot her in front of her mother without any hesitation, then fled the scene. After
Whoa.
opening fire at the Akilah's home, Dwayne took off on I-20 towards South Carolina. Deputies tracked down his phone number and began negotiating with him to surrender. But when South Carolina law enforcement arrived, Dwayne tried to permanently hurt himself but somehow survived the shot. He was taken into custody and rushed to an Augusta hospital in critical condition.
Jesse, and we began with that deadly shooting at a Covington Walmart, the Newton County.
That is
You reap what you
crazy.
sow, my guy.
That is crazy.
Now he has to, unfortunately, get what he got to suffer now.
That's crazy. It's not even worth
One of his
it.
coworkers inside the store and entered another in the parking lot.
And then they say he drove about 1.5 miles down the road and shot and killed another employee. The gunman, Dwayne Etta, was arrested in South Carolina, but not before shooting. And that is where we
But
find
my
out.
thing is, why he even go to her house? She wasn't at work.
It had to be some, oh, your girl this, your girl that, oh, you been messing with my girl or whatever. It had to be something like that.
And then I'm like, it's premeditated because he walks out of the store, go get a gun, and then come back, shoot one, then on his way out, shoot another, and then drive all the way to her house, go in looking solely for her, and then gun her down.
I just hope they give this family and those 2 other dudes justice.
Yeah, that's
Justice.
terrible.
Georgia, do
Can you
what
tell
you're
us
supposed to do.
about what happened earlier?
Jonathan, Faith, it's heartbreaking. The family of Akilah Clark, the woman who was shot and killed here, says the man kicked in their front door, chased her around the house, and then shot her to death in front of her mother while her sister hid in the closet.
Just about 2 hours shy of Akilah Clark's 20th birthday, police say she was gunned down by Dwayne Etta, who police say was her coworker.
She's like how the sun's shining is probably her. Like that's literally what she was. She was just a light.
So, coworker, not boyfriend.
Mm-mm.
Maybe he was mad.
But they said earlier that they got into it at the store. I guess something happened with the guys. But
Yeah, the
that's why I
guys
was
got
like,
into it. But
yeah, so that's why.
I'm thinking this dude was jealous.
But then I'm like, you drive all the way to her house and she ain't even at Walmart.
Yeah, it had to be something about her.
Yeah, that's terrible though. It's not even worth it.
It's
She
not.
says that's a dust shoe print on the front door from when he kicked it in before going into the home and shooting her niece.
And he came in her room and he went for her. Like, he walked right past my sister. He didn't even look in her direction. He didn't say nothing to her. He didn't point the gun at her. He didn't try to hurt her. He came for the target and he got his target, unfortunately.
Meanwhile, at the Walmart Friday afternoon, customers and employees were being turned away after police say Ida shot 2 other co-workers earlier that morning, killing 21-year-old Khalif Barksdale and injuring 29-year-old Ryan Bradley.
It's like, where are you safe at? It's like, we're not safe at the store, and it's like, we're not safe at home. It's like, how are we going to be protected? It's like, we're not even protected by our own coworkers.
Jonathan Dormaville works the same overnight shift as Akilah Clark in Ada.
If the store...
Where were you at? Where were you at?
That's crazy.
They probably don't have overnight security. They do. They drive around the parking lot.
Yeah, they do. I don't know if they in the store.
Store was open.
And then and they probably didn't know he was going out to go get no gun either.
Mm-hmm.
Able to see him the whole time in the store because he works in the very back. So I don't know, like, how, like, anything will happen. Like, how you would get in an altercation with anybody is like, something like that will only happen if you want it to happen.
So why did it happen? That's something police and everyone else are trying to figure out, leaving people to draw up their own conclusions.
We're not really sure of the details of like what's really happening, but from what we kind of know, there was like a problem going on at the job, at the workplace, and it just escalated.
Her mother was really upset about the whole thing, especially because police did not attend to her on time.
I sat with my lifeless daughter body on that floor for over 30 minutes, almost about 40 minutes. I sat there.
Tonight, a devastated mother in Newton County wants answers from police after her daughter was shot and killed right in front of her.
19-year-old Akilah Clark is one of 3 people shot by a Walmart co-worker on Friday morning.
Clark's daughter Akilah rushed into her room.
She said, call the police.
Akilah said her co-worker Dwayne was coming to their house. And moments later,
he kicked the door in.
So she knew he was coming.
Yeah, why do they do that?
Rushed in front of me.
They give us half the story up front.
Up front, yeah.
I literally witnessed my child being murdered in front of me, in front of my eyes.
It was just after 1 a.m. Friday when Samantha Clark's daughter Akilah rushed into her room.
She said, call the police.
Akilah said her co-worker Dwayne was coming to their house.
That's terrible.
So was she there when he did the other 2 at Walmart?
No, she was at home. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. I think she was at home, but then somebody may have called her to
That's what
tell
I'm
her
saying.
that he was on his way, and then she told her mom, lock the doors or whatever, he was on his way. Yeah, that's
I feel
terrible.
like that's a tough call, like, because
I wish they would have
if
called the police.
if they knew beforehand, like he did that at Walmart and he's on the way, I would have left the house.
Yeah.
You ain't finding me.
But it's like all the people probably would have had to leave the house, because if he would have came in the
But
house
you
and
ain't got
didn't
no
find
choice. We
her,
all gotta leave.
yeah.
Now, if you left that part out, what he did at Walmart, or if you didn't know, then yeah, I can see why y'all stayed at home. But either way, what he
Yeah.
did was in the wrong.
Yeah. But I think for her to tell her mama to lock the door, don't let him in, or whatever she said, she knew something. Because if it wasn't no riffraff going on between them and he coming by, she's not gonna, be terrified and say nothing like that to her mom. So something was going on to where she either had a bad feeling or either she knew he was coming over to start something.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, stop. She did this, and she said, mommy. And she said, stop. And I proceeded to run, and he just started firing about 7 to 8 shots. She fell on the ground.
The Newton County Sheriff's Office says Akilah Clark was killed after Dwayne Uda shot 2 other co-workers at the Walmart they all worked at in Covington. Ryan Bradley is in critical condition in the hospital. And after the shooter left the Clark's home, police say he fled to South Carolina. At this point, the motive for these shootings is still unclear. Uda will be booked into jail here in Newton County as soon as he's released from the hospital. As for the Clarks, they're just trying to answer how and why their daughter is gone.
No parent deserved this. Like, this is your home, supposed to be a safe place. It's not like she was at work or she was outside on the streets. This is her home.
Police had a briefing because the public did not know if there was an active man out there with a rifle.
30 Newton County deputies responded to the Walmart here behind us in reference to a person shot. When they entered inside, they located two gentlemen with gunshot wounds. The one gentleman was deceased. One was in critical condition. And then another call came in of another person shot over on Emerson Trail. What the investigation revealed was that Mr. Uda, which is going to be the shooter, was inside the store. All three of them are employees. Mr. Uda left the store, retrieved a handgun, re-entered the store, located a Mr. Khalif Barksdale, age 21 of Covington, and shot that gentleman. He then went up a couple more aisles. He located Ryan Bradley, age 29 of Covington, and shot that gentleman. Mr. Uda then left, went to a house on Emerson Trail, forced entry into the house, located a female whose name is Akila Clark, age 19, and shot her. From what I can understand, is all four of them were employees here at Walmart.
Condolences
Yeah,
to all
for real,
those
yeah.
involved. Georgia,
Hopefully the one
pull
that's in
through for the
critical
family.
condition pull through to where he can say what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need both sides. And
That's
give
crazy.
y'all the justice y'all need. Then have you seen this one? Where my cursor's at?
What is it? The woman that killed her husband
Nah.
that was found guilty today. Carlsbad. Welcome to Carlsbad, New Mexico.
There's a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, that's terrible. But yeah, that's sad about the Walmart. That's crazy. But yeah, he should get charged with premeditated because he plotted that. He had too much time to think. And then he must have went to his car to go get his his firearm.
Yeah.
So that's terrible.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, we'll look at the Shannon Sharp. I'm gonna send it in I was gonna say team chat, like I'm at work, to WhatsApp and tell y'all to listen to the video, and then we'll have like a little segment tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's I'm telling you, these men, y'all need to whew, have y'all on video, save y'all text messages.
Mm-hmm.
She's suing. She got a sue for 50 million. 50 million.
That's ridiculous.
Ain't called no law enforcement. Went straight to the attorney.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, if he did do the R word, why are you not going to the authorities? You going straight to an attorney to sue for money.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. But yeah, so that'll be tomorrow because I got a lot to say about that. I don't like. I'll just hold it for tomorrow.
Well,
While I'm sipping on some wine, because I'm gonna need some wine with that tea tomorrow.
y'all be prepared for Lou's rant tomorrow, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. This wraps up another episode of The Heart of a Family. One family.
Endless connections. Onyx even looked at me. He liked it.
And we will see y'all tomorrow. All right. All right.
All right. I love you.
Love you too.
I got you. Bye.
Bye.